Mike Steele.
Hey, Jim Scampoli.
What it do? Chad Dunkerley.
What?
Hey.
Oh, man, Chad, we're about to watch the best thing. You showed up just in time.
Yeah, we got a special gift for everyone on the Patreon here. It's a short film. I didn't realize it was a short film. You mean they couldn't get a feature-length film out of this?
Is it weird that I was super bummed out when you told me how short this was? I was like, I really wanted 45 minutes of this.
So, yeah, I mean, what are we thinking? One of the reviews I read said that they saw this at a film festival, and it uses humor to make this more digestible, and you actually almost root for the guy.
I feel like I would more expect that the reviews would be like haunting, a haunting true story.
Now, will this be one of those things though, where I guess similar to how we've shit on people in the past because we don't like their comedy, but then you get a better idea of the person they are, and now you're like, oh, he's not a bad guy. He just loves dolphins.
Hey, in my eyes, if it seems earnest, and like even watching the clips, he didn't seem like a creep, just so much as a weirdo.
Yeah,
and to me, I feel like there is a distinction between a creep and a weirdo.
Although there's some overlap, and it's a very tiny, teensy little line. But I absolutely agree with what you're saying, though.
You're on razor's edge when you're in love with a dolphin. Like, you got to really walk that line carefully. And I feel like, for the most part, he seems more like a weirdo than a creep. And that's how he's going to get me on his side. If he comes away from this seeming like a weirdo and not a creep, good for him.
Because I guess you'd let a weirdo watch your kids, maybe.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if plan.
Well, only I'm saying
B.
just for I got to run to my car real quick.
Yeah. Well,
can you just keep an eye on?
Or you had plans and you had a babysitter and your wife is fucking DTF, out of control, and you're like, I can't waste this night. All right, call Leonard. He'll be fine. What's the worst case scenario? He's gonna fucking go in the backyard and look at my dog. My wife's DTF.
Yeah,
I'm in my 40s, and I cannot waste this.
There's only so many opportunities here. I got to go with the weirdo. I would even go with a creep at this point.
Yeah.
I mean, a weirdo's going to, he's like, well, you got the kids cross-dressing, so it's not so bad, but a creep's going to try to, touch your kids. So.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. The weirdo's just going to, they're going to come home, and they're all, doing something like, what are you doing? He's like, oh, we're making flower angels. He's got, baking flour all over the floor, and you're like, well, who's going to clean this up, Leonard?
All right. Well, I mean, I guess we'll get right down to it. Not bury the lead. Dolphin Lover.
Imagine a world where your babysitting options are the dolphin fucker or nothing.
And of course, Florida.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess not only because it's the dolphin, but just because weirdos.
Tourist being taken there by my parents.
And that's the thing. Yeah, we did watch these clips, and it was like you said, Mike, half the movie basically online.
So we've already seen most of this.
The Western Shootout, all the tacky treats that they had there. Florida land.
Nice Wilhelm scream there.
Florida now basically completely disappeared.
It's the porpoise pool, and what a great playmate.
It is weird how these things don't really exist anymore. I mean, maybe they do in Midwest, small town little amusement parks.
I think they're still there in the South. All the gator shows and stuff
like that.
My
name is Malcolm Brenner, and this is the story of how I fell in love with Dolly the dolphin.
I do I guess they kind of make it an easier pill to swallow, where they don't just say that he fucked a dolphin. It's no, he fell in love.
He loved a dolphin. I'm more when a kid you don't want to hear that a man blew a baby. You want to find out that
he loved a baby.
Well, no, but if you know, I'm saying if you found out that a man molested a baby, the picture in your head is different than if you know for a fact he blew a baby.
So it's better that he loved it, and he's like, I didn't just fuck the dolphin and didn't care about it. It's good that he cared about the dolphin.
Yeah.
It wasn't a one-night stand. There's a gentleman.
He just saw a hole and fucked it. No, he loved this dolphin.
The book that she was going to write about the dolphins at Florida Land. It was my first professional gig, really, as a freelance.
Man, look at that guy.
Okay, so he's a photographer. This is how he met.
In Sarasota.
Yeah, she found me in a tree out front.
And it's the old thing of how, if I just saw this guy and didn't know, would I know he's a dolphin fucker? Because knowing it, he looks like a dolphin fucker.
Yeah. I'd know he was up to something, that guy looks like he's up to something. He's the type of photographer that Chad and I see at anime conventions, and we're like, good. Give it a rest, pal.
I was fascinated. I'd never been that close to a dolphin before. I was enormously interested. I slipped into
He
the
looks
water
even
with
more
her.
like a dolphin.
She
Yeah.
wouldn't come anywhere near me.
Yeah, his young version of him, they should not have let him in that
Suspicious
pool.
of strange people. She stayed on the other side of the pen.
Wonder if the
And then
other
the
people
assistant
thought, like,
trainer,
they thought he was
began urging
weird.
me to swim out.
Yeah, they
like,
did.
don't
Oh.
leave him
First
alone with the
move,
dolphin.
to
That
be
guy's
bold,
acting weird.
Just
So I struck out
he's a
from the
freelance
and
weirdo
sort of
photographer,
chased her
but
around
he's
for a
cheap.
while.
Yeah.
And finally, we ended up in the
Is
shallows.
he swimming with
Very
the dolphin?
slowly, she
That guy's not
came
trained.
to the point where I could reach out and touch her. I started rubbing her forehead. She seemed to enjoy that, so I started rubbing her along her back and working my way towards
look at those
her
bedroom
hooves,
eyes.
her tail. And as I was rubbing her and moving my hand towards her tail, Dolly was slowly rolling
This
around
is
her long
day
axis,
one this
so that
happens,
by
huh?
the time
I was
I
just
got
thinking that,
down
like,
her
and he
body, I was
remembers it
rubbing
in
her belly
great
instead of rubbing
detail
her back.
and has a lot of
And she
pictures, which I
swam
assume
forward
are
with
from
Yeah,
the day
he's
one.
the photographer, but somebody's taking pictures of him.
Well, look, he doesn't have a picture of her vagina. It's like, well, let's get
yeah.
one of these.
That was
One for the old
so that
spank bank.
It's like the people versus Larry Flint, like wider. Whoa, not that wide. Hell yeah, that wide.
in the pen, because she was at the time the only dolphin outside of the U.S. Navy that was trained to
was
work
getting
in
fucked.
open water.
Yeah.
Her part of the show was to swim
that's
along
why,
with a
man, she was
riverboat in
in
the
the Navy, she
intercoastal
had
waterway
PTSD.
and jump for a fish, which the trainer would be holding on the upper deck of this riverboat. It was a really incredible
She just thought his
performance.
dick was like a sardine.
When I
just
would get in the
hungry.
water with her, she would approach me, unafraid. She would solicit attention. I never fed her. I never gave her any kind of food rewards.
Why do you use
Her
the word
courtship,
solicit?
as it progressed, got more vigorous
Said
and
ask.
intense. She would rub her genital slit against me,
Oh,
and
Jesus.
if I tried
the
to
scientific term?
push her
Yeah.
away,
Genital
she would get very
slit?
angry with
Yeah,
me.
whenever I take a girl out to a movie, I'm like, man, if I don't get to see that genital slit,
I'm gonna get up in that genital
You know,
slit.
but you know when this guy was with his friends, it's like, yeah, she rubbed her dolphin cunt against me.
Those were the. Those
So he really talks.
yeah, that great twat was all over my fucking
Eventually, she
my
seemed to get the
dong.
message
Blah,
that
blah, blah,
was
blah.
work. She became very gentle. She might open her jaws and run her teeth very gently along my arm or my leg, which produced an amazingly erotic feeling to me, which
Oh
I
Jesus.
think
And her
was
mouth
her way of
wasn't the
saying
only
to
thing
me,
squeaking.
look, I'm very strong, but I'm not going to harm you.
She stuck her bottle nose in my ass.
I knew
Produced a very
at that
erotic
time
feeling.
there was
This-
something about my
Dolphin doesn't have
sexuality.
hands. It's the only thing it can use is its head, and he's like, it was erotic. And it's like, Dolphin, I was just
Yeah.
touching you. Calm
I wanted
down.
desperately to be normal, to have a relationship with a woman. I first realized I was sexually attracted to animals when my father took me to see a Walt
Whoa.
Disney
Why
movie
isn't he in
called
jail?
Dog.
Jeez.
Is it not
Oh,
illegal?
whoa,
I
he's
did
into
not
other
find
animals?
myself getting an erection at
Yeah.
5 years old.
Oh.
After that, I was aware that there was
Whoa.
something
He was
different about
5
my
years old.
sexuality.
He was getting a boner at a dog
Yeah.
show.
Maybe he was just 5 years old. Like,
Yeah.
why does that mean he's attracted to animals?
Yeah, when you're that young, you just get boners.
Yeah, you're just
Yeah.
constantly getting boners. Wow, what a crazy twist this.
Thank God I didn't think like this guy. Like I was looking at a trash can, I got a boner. I was like, oh, when I first realized I love with trash cans.
Guess I love dumpsters.
I had sex with the family dog, which was a miniature poodle named Miss Clavel.
No, that
Of
poor
course
dog.
that's his dog.
So I naively
So I
assumed
guess
that,
this guy is a creep.
she was having
Oh, yeah, he's a
blood
creep.
dog, she would be willing to
Why
have
is
sex
why
with
is he
me.
not arrested? There's
Which
proof
she
of him
wasn't.
fucking a
It was
dolphin.
An embarrassing incident.
I,
It was not very
I
romantic.
Did he
think
not-
even if you
After
do
that,
get
I felt
arrested,
basically
it's not
unclean.
like
I
I
felt
don't
like
think
I
you
went
get
to
a
a
lot.
bath.
Like there's
Yeah,
a,
yeah.
was wrong.
Because
like
that,
a
I mean, who'd you
fine.
really
It's like
hurt?
animal
Why I wasn't
cruelty.
They don't
having
have
normal
souls.
Well, yeah, there's no cruelty because
male
he's proving that
desires
the
for
dolphin
women.
wanted
Made me
it.
feel very embarrassed.
It's like a date rape case.
Yeah, it's really
And the
intelligent.
statute of
Like I wasn't one
limitations
of the
are up
guys.
because
Yeah.
this is in like the
Maybe, yeah.
70s.
because the other guys would be
Dolphin's
telling
dead.
dirty
It's not
jokes
hurting
about
anybody.
girls, and
Uh-oh. What's he gonna say?
I just couldn't care.
Told me a
Whatever I
dirty
was
joke
getting
about a dog, though?
involved in.
Yeah, fucking, we're on.
Very
You mean the
fulfilling.
literal
Very
bitch?
rewarding.
Then yeah.
It was like she was the only
Yo,
female who was really
I like
paying
big
any attention.
dorsal fins, and I cannot lie. Am I right, you guys?
Yeah,
No
huh?
one's nudging him. He's just like, huh? Wrong room, I guess.
At one point,
Tough crowd.
it was really cold day.
He's like pulling his collar.
I thought this was Florida land.
Myself thinking, this dolphin's been courting me.
Chill out, guys.
I
It's
could
a
have sex
joke.
with her. So I
Don't you
told
hate
her.
on the third
She
date
was
when you're
passive.
wading
She went in the
wading
water
into
and
the
let me
water
try to
pool and
penetrate
and she walks up and starts rubbing her GS on you?
I couldn't do it. The water was too cold. I felt very nervous. I
That
felt
was
like
when
we
he
were gonna
first
be discovered
decided he
at
was
any
going to
moment.
do it. Oh,
He
no.
had second thoughts?
Yeah.
Because the
I don't
water is
know
too
if
cold.
anybody is
Because you
born
got
to
cold
do it.
feet?
Yeah, too much
I think that
shrinkage.
what made me a zoophile was the very intense.
She made fun of him after he left.
physical,
Faggot.
That dolphin laugh.
abuse I suffered
With a
at the
small
hands
dick.
He's walking away with his fucking
And
little
my
cold dick in his hands and just like,
intense pattern
It happens to everybody.
This
is the first time.
And I have a very
We're probably
vivid
missing
memory of
so much
something
weird,
that
creepy
my
shit,
aunt.
but I'm glad.
Yeah, we can watch it again later. It's 15 minutes.
This man's inappropriate.
He's not smiling through
molestation of
these
me.
remembrances.
My mother
he was
being kind of a
molested.
cold,
Well, the dolphin's
distant
dead.
guy.
He's talking
I
about
think
like
I found
his dead lover.
animals to be a safe and secure
He's talking about how he's molested
repository,
as a
if you
kid,
will,
though,
for
too.
my
Whoa, really?
desires.
Yeah, he just said, his mother didn't find out that
150
he's
years ago,
molested.
black
That's
people were
it's almost
considered
like it
a
always
degenerate
happens.
This is way
species
darker.
of
I thought you said they
human being.
worked
And at the
comedy.
time,
That's what the
Oh.
iTunes review
What's
said.
this?
He's
As
comparing
today,
it. He's comparing the
interspecies
plight of
bestiality is a crime in the
zoophiles
United States.
to
And I'm hoping that in a more
to
enlightened
black people dealing with
Zoophilia
civil
will be
rights.
no more regarded as controversial.
He should
or
move to
harmful
a third world country because they
than
don't care if you.
Yeah,
international
they don't give a shit at all.
This is a first world problem. You should get out of here and you can fuck animals all day in Africa.
I successfully made love with Dolly
Oh.
the last visit to the park that I made. The park had
Perfect
been closed
response.
down. The property had been sold off. The whole thing was going to be developed into a housing complex.
Hey, do you want to see a movie this
All the
weekend?
dolphins
Sorry,
had
I'm
been
hanging out with my
shipped out,
wet
except
goddess.
for the dolphin. They were
I
in
gotta
a
go
pool
hang out with
together.
Dolly.
I
Oh,
went
you
down
met
to
a
the
new
park
girl? Yeah,
that
she's my
day
wet
with
Yeah, she's
this
my white
real
goddess. I'll be at Florida Land. Peace
idea
out. He's already fucking
whether I
prepping his
was gonna
dick.
be able to make love to
So the
her.
place
Walking away fluffing himself.
But just hoping that that would happen. We started a very
So the
long
place
courtship,
closes
lasted
down
about
and
half
everything
an
gets
hour.
shut down.
Frankly,
Does
it
he
was a
like
little
a
difficult to
creep?
make
Does he
love
like
with
just
her.
follow this
There's no
one
backstory.
dolphin?
I
around,
think
or
that's
he's
what
like-
he's saying.
He's like
like,
he's like a deadhead,
She
but
was
with a
very
dolphin.
cool.
yeah, he's like following where they're
So he
taking
is in
him.
love with this
She was
specific
enormously
dolphin. He
erotic.
wouldn't just
We
fuck
played
any
games.
dolphin. It's
We had
Dolly.
control.
That's
only.
true love,
Yeah.
though.
Several different positions.
But he's but
Oh.
That worked, which was her floating
Do you
horizontal
think the
in
new
the
people
water,
that own this dolphin are like,
and me
hey man,
being vertical, coming into her
Playing it
from
like
Oh
a guitar.
my
It's like I was
God.
shredding on an axe.
Looks like I was playing Rock Band. I was playing Guitar Hero on Extreme or whatever.
Yeah.
because of the fact that they live in the water. The female dolphins.
Well, yeah, he fell in love with
internal
Dolly, but he
genitalia
also
is a little
has
more
like
complicated
plausible
than women's.
deniability, like any
They have
dolphin.
some
Like,
water-proofing
it's Dolly.
features in
No,
the
it's
outside.
not.
It's super easy to cheat.
Oh, I thought it was.
They all look the
I
same.
felt this just intense
Orgasm?
sense of merging with her on every level.
No, that's just coming, dude.
No, you just came, bro.
He's in one of those old felt drawing things where you fill it in with markers.
yeah, I gotta get on this Lisa Frank
Yeah,
folder
it's a
cover.
Lisa
Being
Frank cover.
Two individual creatures.
He walks by like art and crafts sections in middle school, like arts and crafts stores, and he's just like he's just remembering his one hot summer love.
Such intense intimacy with anyone. It felt transcendental.
Maybe I just can't understand this guy. I don't know. Like, there's nothing besides physical.
As
How is it?
I
Did you get
climaxed,
this intimate? Oh man.
Dolly groaned.
Wow.
She made a series of 3
we did it together.
groans in a rising cadence. And
Who's this dude?
And
Did
she
they have any?
queefed. Dolly just started queefing in the water. I knew from the bubbles that she was queefing.
I pulled out of her and swam over to the wire fence that encircled.
I know when she clicks and
Cool.
whistles.
Dolly swam up
Specific
to me.
pattern.
She laid her snout on my shoulder. She
And
embraced
then
Well,
she,
lit
and then she said,
cigarettes.
"I love you."
Oh, Jesus. Yeah, he's getting spooned now.
And then him and that dolphin lit cigarettes.
Yeah, they both lit a
When other
cigarette and
people
cooled
claim
down.
I must have raped a dolphin. My response is that you can't outswim a dolphin in the water. Michael Phelps could not outswim a dolphin in the water. Dolphin
You
in the
roofied
water
her.
is
He's
in
got a
its element.
solid
We
case,
spent
guys.
half an hour-
Yeah, if that dolphin didn't want it, it would have ran
If it had been
away.
rape, it would have it'd been easier for her to stay in the pen where the male
But
dolphin
that's like
would have
saying,
protected
you know,
her
if
from
you
me.
if you rape a
Instead,
fucking Olympic
she
gold
chose
medalist like
to
runner or something, it's like, well, she could have ran. There's no way I'm catching
Yeah,
her.
there's
Have
no
you
way I
seen
raped
me?
that Olympic runner.
Have you
What
seen
she
me?
ended up wanting to do was
Look at me. You think I can outrun her?
their claim that this was
As he's like
rape
cleaning off his
is
bat, that has
based
blood on it.
A whole bunch of fallacies.
He just dropped a bunch of
I couldn't
roofies
find
in
any
the pit.
moral or ethical
That'll
objections,
probably work.
and I still don't. I think what may have harmed her was that we both developed an emotional attachment. In fact, I think it's fair to say that
I think what would
if
have harmed her is my
I
giant
hadn't
dick.
been involved with Dolly, if I hadn't
I think she
been in
died
love
of
with
being
Dolly,
lovesick.
I never would have bothered
Like,
to write
no,
a
but
book
she was
about the experience.
strangled.
Just
No,
because
she was
I'm
lovesick.
on board with a goat, I'm not sure that's a worthwhile story.
Oh, his goat
pretty
fucking
convinced
isn't.
Dolly was
It's
awesome.
not as
I mean, I'd fuck the
interesting.
goat, but you
It's
wouldn't
not as
wanna
good a
hear that.
clickbait as his dolphin
Convinced that they were
fucking
in love with
story.
each other.
Oh, great. Oh no.
Excuse-
I bet this could have been longer than
What
15
happened
minutes.
to Dolly after our
But
relationship?
even the people that
was
made it
very
were like,
sad.
I don't think people
One morning
would
in
take
June,
more
I
than
woke up
15 minutes. Of this.
that involved
Can't even
dying
be
dolphins
more than
trapped
15
in
minutes in a
very
room with this
dark
guy.
basement-like setting.
Like, he's not a
I
sympathetic
woke up.
character.
I literally couldn't breathe. My heart felt like it had stopped beating. I was talking with a relative of the woman writers, and he told me that Dolly had died. I felt like the breath had stopped in my lungs. Later on, when I got a vehicle, I drove to Mississippi.
Don't
and
give this man a
explored
vehicle.
the oceanarium where she died.
We'll get to the ocean.
I realized there was just an enormous number of similarities
He caught her. Fucking
between the
another
oceanarium
man.
and my dream. Her trainer told me that she stopped feeding, and then one morning he just came out and found her dead on the bottom
Oh,
of the
she
tent.
killed herself because he
What
was
you have to
gone.
understand is that a dolphin's breathing is voluntary. Every breath a dolphin takes, it thinks about.
Is this guy's
Not
a
like human
photographer?
breathing,
Did he
where
like
if we go
study
unconscious,
dolphins
we
after
don't-
this?
Dolphin can go into a funk and just stop breathing. And that is apparently what happened to her. She committed suicide. Dolly died of a broken heart.
All right, settle down.
Yeah, okay, what a ego.
Relax,
Nice
guy.
I do
ego.
feel a lot of responsibility.
I was the
for
perfect
Dolly's
man,
death.
and I don't
feel
blame
like
her at all.
emotionally I should have been there for her. I feel like it's since I
So I'm
abandoned
on the
her
market, ladies.
because I was concerned about
Long story short, I'm.
So
There are literally
He's at
and
a
figuratively plenty of fish in the
I was probably
sea.
more in
he's
love
sitting
with
down. This
Dolly
is speed dating
than I've been
video.
in
Like,
my life,
so, anyways.
and less able to-
All right, move on. All right, so feel free to write down 6 on your card when you're done if you want to talk to me some more.
You think he markets himself to like SeaWorlds and stuff? He's like, got any depressed dolphins? I could cheer him up for you.
Being a zoophile? I don't know.
Am I a zoophile? Well, I told a story about a goat, a dog, and a
Yeah,
dolphin in
let's
this
see.
dolphin fucking movie.
I mean, I never fucked in a zoo.
The story with Dolly.
Is that what that means?
I'm not. Zoos don't turn me on. It's the animals in them.
Aren't we all animals though?
A quiet life, except for
Yeah.
when the dog he fucking starts
Yeah.
howling.
Except, yeah, and also
Ow, ow,
get
ow.
him away from the beach.
Oh, he fucked a
I
woman.
think he has a daughter.
Siblings and a few close friends.
Oh, I feel bad
Not
for
anymore.
his family.
Yeah, imagine his ex-wife and daughter.
Oh man,
Not
I-
anymore.
You'll notice I didn't say current wife. I said ex-wife.
I
oh,
think he thinks
It's
he's
a-
like a mermaid or something.
it's a tale as old as time, boys and girls.
Wow.
It's better to love and have lost than to never have loved at all.
I mean, it's one of those things where you gotta wonder if to him he would go back and like, if given the chance, would he do it all again?
That guy would.
He would fuck the dolphin. He wouldn't make the movie again. He wouldn't do this movie though.
Oh man.
Yeah, what was he doing? Was this closure for something? How much would you have to pay somebody that had
I-
fucked a dolphin and be like, would you do this on camera?
I feel like he thinks he's, doing awareness. This is his ice bucket challenge, basically. He's getting awareness out there, trying to normalize the zoophile.
Well, it really is like you said. When we were allowed to have like gay marriages getting like basically 100% legal here.
Yeah.
Where you're like, what's next? The werewolves?
Yeah,
And it's like, no, there's a step between the werewolves and the gay marriage. It's the dolphin fuckers, where
Yeah,
it's like
the
as soon as
dolphin fucker.
that's able to be accepted, then everything's able to be accepted.
and like
That's
for
a cover?
for the yeah, that's a great cover though. This man had sex with a dolphin.
It's like a meme.
For the sake of argument, though, say in this particular case, everything he's saying is absolutely true. And what happened? This dolphin was in love with this man, killed himself because of losing that love. That doesn't mean that majority of zoophiles are not raping and hurting animals
Yeah,
when
true.
they're fucking them.
And you could say that about a lot of people. Where there's like the pedophiles out there that are like, yeah, I watch child porn. But I would never touch a kid, not in a million years. I know that that's wrong. I'm not into that. I would never touch a kid, but like, if there's porn out there, I can think about it, or I can like see a kid at the store and go home and jerk off to it. I'll do that. I'm not gonna ever fucking fuck a kid. And this
Yeah.
is like the dolphin version of that, but that's probably the minority.
Yeah.
Or at least it feels that way, and how I hear about things, that seems like the minority.
Yeah. So there you go.
What if this guy, speaking of Minority, what if Minority Report happened and this guy was just like still a normal guy? And then like the time police show up and they're like, yeah, you're going to fuck a dolphin in 30 years. And he's like, what? No, I'm not.
No way.
Gross.
You're holding me up. I need to go to Florida land today. And they're like, yeah, we know.
Although actually, there's nothing.
Take him away.
There's nothing the Minority Report people could do because they'd show up when he's like 8, and they're like, "You're gonna fuck a dolphin one day." He's like, "I'm already fucking the dog, so don't surprise me."
Didn't see that coming.
The dog's just like, about time.
Yeah, well, you're also gonna have a story about a goat you won't tell anyone. It's like, no way. All right. So I don't know. You decide out there, people. Is he a creep or a weirdo? Or both.
Yeah, I mean, I went into this thinking you'd end up being a weirdo, but he might be a bit of a creep.
Yeah, and it's always sad though because I mean, yeah, if he was molested, clearly that's tied into what's going on. And it's weird when like he knows that. I mean, basically that's why he brought it up. That's why he's telling the story. But he's still kind of like, well, hey, we need to. Just like civil rights with the black people, me and my zoophiles, we need to be accepted.
I bet there's a weight lifted off your shoulders, though, to just be open about it.
Be yourself.
Just be like, fuck it, I'll get it out there. It's like the apologizing phase of AA where you just go out and you apologize for stuff you never wanted to think about again.
Until your family and friends are all ridiculed for knowing you as a dolphin fucker.
Well, this is rated PG.
Oh.
Wow.
Well,
all right. Well, hey, thanks for sticking around, you guys.
Yeah.
Peace.